Hello everyone and welcome back to Oscar's Cozy Corner. I have a fun little video today. So I thought I would do a video today on a speed build, but it's a speed build with a twist. It's not going to be actually sped up. It's not going to be sped up footage. I'm going to try and do a 15-minute challenge where I actually build kind of like something with the castle walls in 15 minutes. Now, if you watch my DreamSnap stream last night, that would have been Sunday, then you will have known that I would have struggled a little bit with the castle walls. They're kind of like a Lego set. They are really, really fun, but I was just on the struggle bus. I had my ticket. I was well aboard. I just could not get on with them. So I thought, considering I took like an hour and a half to put two sets of walls together, today I would do a quick little video and see what I can put together in 15 minutes. Now, I think it's going to go well. I have a concept in my head. I just need to execute it. I have created myself a little graveyard. Well, I say graveyard, that sounds wrong. I've created myself a little junkyard of stuff off to the side where I can go and pick stuff out. So that saves me a little bit of time. So we'll see what I can come up with in 15 minutes. I'm hoping that we'll do a pretty nice castle wall garden build, but let's see how it goes. All right, so this is where I'm going to do the build. This is the little corner of the Forest of Valor. I really actually like this section. It's like a little square. I did have an orchard here once, but it wasn't very well decorated. So I've removed all of those. You can kind of see them in the plaza. I've taken it all out, cleared it out. I haven't started the timer yet. I feel like it's unfair because I'm just showing you what I'm doing. But I've also created a little junkyard, graveyard, whatever you want to call it over here. I'm such a big proponent of this. I do say this in every decor build that I do. Get everything down that you think that you're going to use. Then you have easy access. You don't have to be scrolling through menus. You can create a mood board. Of course, you can go in and try and find other stuff if you want to use other stuff. But just having what you think you might use in one place can really help, like, create a color scheme, create a through line between all of the items. So that's what I love to do. That's what I advocate for. I haven't put the castle walls down because there are too many of them. I can't place them all down. It's going to take up too much space. So I'm going to leave those in the menu, but I'm going to put everything else down like I have done. And then I will start the timer in just a sec. I do have a little timer on my phone. So let me get that up and then I'll put one on the screen. I don't know where, probably somewhere around my face. So this is my corner. The concept, by the way, is a little castle build with a garden in front of it. Now, it's not a formal garden. It's like ruins, like old school, sort of like hundreds of years. I don't know, thousands. Let's go with that. We'll do that. And it's kind of built around Chernobog's castle. So I'm kind of like mixing castles a little bit, but that's because I kind of wanted to go with Chernobog being this kind of like all-seeing creepy feature that is like right behind the castle that they've built the castle around. That's the concept. Let's see if it works. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay, so I've already got that out as well because I feel like I would give myself a head start. Now this is a little bit more frantic than my builds usually are, but I feel like perfection is the enemy of good sometimes, and I am nothing if not a perfectionist. So I feel like this is an exercise for myself more than anything else. But I'm going to get the stone arch out to begin with because I love this one as kind of like the central piece of these walls. Now, what I really do love about these castle walls is that they're kind of like Lego pieces. Somebody did say that on my stream, and it's like absolutely correct. You can really fit them together in any way, especially when there's like corner pieces. Like, you don't have to line them up perfectly like that. You can take it back like 2 steps and it still looks pretty seamless. That's why I really, really like these, especially on that side. Look, the bricks just completely flow. They did a great job with making everything seamless. But I'm going to put a window each side, and then I'm going to bring in one of the rounded turrets because I like the shape of the rounded ones. And we're going to place one of those each side. And again, I'm going to do a step back just to add a little bit of depth to the build. So we're going to do 2 steps, and then I'm going to bring in one of the square turrets just to mix it up, just to have a few different shapes in the build. And for that one, we're going to go... I'm not sure. What should we do? Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap that turret out here. Instead of having the circular corner one, I'm going to have the circular castle one that they call it. But that will then allow me to have a square one over here, just like that. Actually, let's move that there. And then I can do the same on this side, just like that. And then I can put one of these small wall pieces because they are handy. The footprint is pretty small on them. Either side. I can see that the build is off center. I'm going to move everything across probably just by 1. And I know what you're thinking. Oscar, you just said, you just said perfection is the enemy of good. And here you are moving things one tile. But I've got the time. I've got, what? We're only 2 minutes in. I've got plenty of time. So I'm going to put that there, and that there. That still allows me one tile to run down the outside. So I'm probably going to use this to like, I don't know, if I'm fully decorated, sometimes you need hiding spaces for sticks and stuff like that. So maybe that'll be what we go with. I think that looks pretty fun. Okay, that's eating into my time. Please do not launch me like that again, camera. I'm just wondering if I bring those out like that, but then I don't think I'm going to be able to fit those in. I'm not. So I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to stick with what I had originally because what did we say? Perfection is the enemy of the good. So next up, I'm going to grab something I haven't actually put out. Silly me. Let me do this quickly. I'm going to search for book. I'm just going to place one down. So this is the royal bookshelf with the bell. I think this is a frozen item, but we do have one with greenery, which I think is Beauty and the Beast. Something I spotted by accident, it was a happy accident, is if you put these bookcases right behind the archway, it actually ends up looking like doors, which I thought was really fun. It even lets like a little bit of light through as if they're ever so slightly open. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm going to put those there. But to make it feel a little bit more regal, I guess, as if it was regal in its heyday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend this entrance out a little bit. So I'm going to take the one with the 3 windows and I'm going to pop that on either side. We'll do a full rotation there just to mix it up. And I'm going to grab the archway again and put that in front, just like that. So it just kind of like brings the whole thing out and it just gives it so much more depth, which I really love. So I'm going to leave that like that for now. But what I do want to do, kept this like little Chronicles of the Ancient piece of furniture. And given that like Chernobog is here and he's going to be like super old, he comes out at night and they've kind of built the castle around him to like keep him contained. I thought, let's just throw this at the entrance. So you can't get in anymore. They've put this little device at the entrance. So maybe if you know the details and you know the password, maybe they just need the password. They can go in. But I'm gonna just pop that right in the middle. I don't know why. I just think it looks pretty cool. And behind it, I kind of want to use some of these cobblestones, just inside the space, just like that, as if the ruins have kind of like fallen down on the inside as well. I think that is. I think that's a nice touch. I'm happy with how that's looking. The next thing that I'm going to do, I was thinking of using these, but actually I think they might be a little bit too big. We've still got 10 minutes, so I've got plenty of time. But I just think they might be a bit too big. And the color is a little bit more purple than the castle walls, which is a shame because I really, really do like these. But I'm actually just going to get rid of those for a sec. And then I think maybe I'll just build some landscaping out super quick. So I'm going to use some of the big pieces. I always say to use any of the big landscaping pieces. They will make such a difference. They make it so much easier. And for Switch players and stuff like that, it does add less items to your item limit. So I'm going to place one of those. And then also one of these, because these have got like the nice little ferns on. And then maybe one of the big rocks, just kind of like rotated in that space. Although I think I prefer it that way. Maybe around there. Cool. And then I can bring in some of the mossy ones. The nice thing about the little mossy stone clusters is that they actually fit on top of these cobblestones as well. So if you wanted to, you can kind of like build that out even more to make it more look like ruins. More look like ruins? That's not very good English, Oscar. Come on. And then you can have them sort of like just in there like that as well, because I really want it to look like it's still continuing to fall down. Love that. Love these little landscaping pieces. I might even push this one back a little bit just so it's kind of, I don't want to encroach on this space too much because I kind of wanted to keep it contained over there. I don't know what to do with these Well of Souls. I really love them, and I was thinking maybe I could hide them just kind of in the corners, only decoratively. I don't think they serve much purpose to the function of my story. Maybe we can come up with some sort of storyline as to why the Well of Souls are there as well. I don't know, but I just think they look, kind of cute in the background, and they've got a nice little glow to them. The other thing that I do want to do is I kind of want to put something on top of the turrets. Now, I didn't get any small lighting out, but I do have a couple of candelabras in here. I only have 4, annoyingly. So I actually think I might end up putting these on the windows. Just in here like that. Although I might rotate them a little bit just to give them... Yeah, just to mix it up, because they look too uniform. And then maybe instead I can put the... I didn't get this out, but maybe I can put the starlight projector. I believe it's projector. I think that's all I need to search. Yes. Because I do like the glow that this ends up giving off, so I'm going to put it on each corner. You're not going to be able to see it right now, but we should be able to see it at night when Chernobog comes out. Hopefully, it'll look pretty cool. So I think that's it for stuff that I did not get out. So now I'm going to... What have we got? I'm on 8 minutes. Oh my gosh, I'm on 8 minutes 30. That's nearly done. What am I doing? Ah! I don't have long left. Okay. I'm going to maybe bring out the cobblestones again. It's a shame I can't have them underneath. It's a shame I can't have them underneath the tablet, whatever it's called. But I'm just gonna rotate them a little bit and make them look a little bit messy. Because I kind of want it to be like a well-trodden path, but also not too much of a path. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to bring in some of these little clusters just to break it up a little bit. All right, that looks okay. And then maybe one just over there, something like that. I think that looks fun. Now I do have a bunch of trees, so I'm going to grab... I think I'm going to grab some of the fir trees to begin with. So what are we on? We're on 9 minutes something. All right, that's fine. Everything is fine. And I'm not going to try and do these trees too symmetrical. If you know me, you know that I love a symmetrical tree. But for this scenario, I think it's meant to be like more old. So I'm just going to fill in. Let me grab one of the oaks and pop that in as well. Maybe another one of these kind of like over here. Maybe a fir tree like right up close towards there, growing out sort of like of the ruins. That could be cute. Maybe that, yeah, that oak tree is too much. That is too much. Right. That'll do for just a second. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to maybe just place down this little campfire as if somebody's kind of like come here previously. I do want to use that. Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I'll just have it off to the side there, because then I'm going to do some filling in just a second with some other stuff. I like this mossy stone slab base, so I'm going to pop that in somewhere. Maybe just there. And then I was thinking about bringing the Dumbrock banners in. And I was thinking of popping them just in front of the turrets. Like, I know they probably wouldn't exist now if this was many, many years old, but I think it looks cute. I think they work. Maybe somebody's revisited and they've used it for a photo shoot, something like that. I don't know. All right, and then I'm going to place down, I think maybe we could do some lighting like that right in front, and maybe even one, although that close to the banner is a fire hazard, just so you know. And then maybe I could just do one there as well. Cool, what are we on? We're on 11 minutes 30, so I don't have long left. I did want to bring in some of these walls, so I'm actually going to I'm actually just going to bring these in randomly, just like dotted about, as if they were there once upon a time. They did serve some sort of purpose, but now they don't really do anything. Maybe I need to rotate that one slightly. Unless I kind of do the same thing. Do the same thing like a little bit by there. All right, and then what else can we put in? What else can we put in? I'm gonna get these like ever after trees in because I really, really like these. So I'm just going to pop those in kind of in random locations as if they've just sprouted up out of the ground. Something like that works. And then maybe even one like right at the entrance, something like that. What are we on? We're on nearly 13 minutes. Okay, I've got 2 minutes left. Let's get some foliage in. I want to get some of these thorny vines in because they kind of like match Chernobog's castle a little bit. So like it's as if nature's taking back over. I know that there's more of these, so I'm just going to super quickly search for vine. No, they're not in there, are they? They're in underbrush? Yeah, underbrush. Right, that's the same one I just had. One, and then I know that there's a tall one. So I wanted to give you the tall one. Come on, give me the tall one. There we go. Maybe pop that in like sort of there. Another one of those just over here. And then maybe that one? Yeah, I'll just put this one like over here so I can still access the mining node. That's the main thing. What have I got? I've got a minute and a half. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me throw down some grass. Let me throw down some grasses just to make it look like super overgrown. That's kind of the vibe I wanted. So one there, maybe one over here. Rotate a little bit, find some space, and then I get some bracken in. So some of this bracken should be able to fit this in. There. Oops. Here. Can I fit you in over here? I can. 45 seconds. Oh my gosh. Maybe I didn't give myself enough time. Maybe I didn't give myself enough time. I actually think this looks pretty good. Considering. You know, considering the circumstances. And then I can get some ferns down because they always take up like a bunch of space. And they're great for filling in. Ah! Maybe I need some this side. Alright, what am I on? I've got 10 seconds. What can I do in 10 seconds? Let me get some of these down. Okay. Okay, last piece. Hey, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Now, there's speed build and there's speed build, okay? Let me do some cinematic shots. Let me make it look better. I promise I will not change anything. I will do like some cinematic shots just as it is. And then, yeah, we'll have a little catch up and talk about it in just a second. I know it's a bit difficult to see with the sunlight because the sunset is quite bright in the background, but I just wanted to show it with Chernobog as well. He's obviously up in there. I think it looks pretty effective. I think it looks pretty cool. The one thing I do wish that I'd managed to fit in was the mushrooms. They slipped my mind because the mushrooms glow. They would have added a little bit of extra light to the build. But I think otherwise it looks pretty good considering it was a speed build if I've ever seen a speed build. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I'm going to continue to like develop it and play with it as I sort of like move on over the next couple of days. But for a build and for a little 15-minute challenge, I think it turned out pretty good. Just don't look at the peaceful meadow and don't look at the plaza, okay? They're completely undecorated. So let's leave it with this and we'll wrap up. All right, that is it for this one, gang. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a little bit different for the channel. I've not done something like that before. I've not done like a challenge of any sort. So it was nice to do something different. It was nice to challenge myself, see what I can come up with. And yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, let me know down in the comments below. If you didn't enjoy it, maybe don't let me know. If you want to see more of these, maybe you want to see some more challenges, feel free to let me know down in the comments what you think you would like to see. I don't know. they're hard to come up with. So maybe you'll be able to come up with something else. Maybe the 15-minute ones work. Maybe I can come up with another 15-minute one in the future. But for now, I will leave it there. It's a pleasure as always to make these videos and make this content. So if you did enjoy it, feel free to give it a like, maybe subscribe if you're new here and you haven't subscribed already. It means a lot to me and it helps the channel grow. But with that being said, I will catch you in the next one, and I will, of course, see you in the valley.